Welcome to VollGazzRacing Season 6, Division 1, Round 6, here at the Kimi Ring in Finland. Cami unfortunately not able to make it today, but he'll probably still get P9. So we have Sire on pole, Howling in second, and Nelson in third. And we're off. Sire leads into turn 1. It's all the same as we go into turn 2 for the first time, and there's been a crash of VTR. Oh, and Howling in on the grass. This goes into turn 3 for the first time, or turn 4, whichever one it's classed as. And down the straight they go. Sire already pulling out a 6/10 lead over his teammate. Down the straight, and now heading towards the hairpin type corner. And Howling tries to outbrake Nelson, but he's completely outbroke himself and ran onto the gravel. And that now it's now a Ducati 1, 2, 3, 4 as the returning Adam is in fourth, and Fadley, who despite having the chance to qualify, still qualified in last place, is now up to third place. So Ducati having a very strong outing so far, just like they did in Aragon in the opening round. Into the blind right, and Sire's messed that up. Here comes Nelson up the inside, surely, no. Sire closes it off, and Josh has gone down at the blind right, I think. And Howling's already got a long lap penalty. Don't even know how that's possible in one lap, but he's got it. And into the final sector. And that is the end of lap 1. 12 to go. Into turn 1, and oh, and Howling's gone down. He's crashed in the entry to turn 1. Into now turn 4. On the gas. And down the straight. In the slipstream. Can Nelson perform a move? Oh, Cami, since you commented, you'll be given P9. Fortunately, we just couldn't wait any longer, and we had to get going. So it seems like at the moment the Pramacs could be the ones for the victory, but they seem to be a bit cursed between each other. And the two factory Ducatis are quite close together as well. Finley just dropping off the back of them to the winner from last time out. Just hasn't quite got the pace to stay with these four. As we go into the hairpin, Nelson looking up the inside of his teammate. Can't quite get through. He's looking everywhere possible, but it's not presenting itself. And it does now. He goes up the inside. Nelson's through. Or not. Sire fights back. And Nelson goes onto the grass. So Sire retakes the lead. As they go into turn 1 for the third time. All Sire's quite wide. And Nelson's regained all the time he lost. He's going to go up the inside into turn 2 and now turn 3. Can Sire fight back into the hairpin? Yes, he can. He's going for it. Fadley's gone down. That promotes Adam into third place. And Finley's now into fourth. So everyone at the top, everyone outside the top 4 has gone down. Nelson using the slipstream of the Ducati. Sire staying all the way to the right to make sure Nelson can't make a way through. But Nelson's going to try and outbrake his teammates. He's going to go up the inside. He's going to force him. No, he can't force him. He's tried. It's not worked. And Sire slams the door shut, and Sire holds on to the lead, but not for long as Nelson fights back. Sire fights back immediately, and Sire holds on just about, but Nelson's surely going to fight back. What's Howling doing there? Howling, move. I don't know how that's happened. He must have had a control disconnect or something. to go into the blind right. Well, Howling's out this race for sure, and Nelson just can't get through on his teammate. Roles reversed, Nelson's quicker than Sire, whereas Sire was quicker than Nelson last week. Nelson's going for it again, he just can't quite get through. Oh, and Fadley's gone down again, and Finley's right on the back of Adam as well. So Finley could be looking at a maybe another podium. All this contact between the two Pramacs, Sire still holds the advantage. And Howling's down. Something's gone horribly wrong for Howling. I don't know what, but it's been an absolute disaster. Sire taking a lot of entry speed through turn 1, and he nearly clips the grass. Ultimate precision from Sire, which we saw last week. He's going into the braking zone. Nelson seems to be a little bit stronger in the braking zones, but he's ran wide. Pace seems to be quite identical, gaining areas in different places. The top 4 are pretty much set. They've just got to stay on really, and they're guaranteed a top 4 position. And everyone is guaranteed 7th or better, because there's no way they're going to lose out to Howling. Nelson disappears from shots, but then he reappears. Because Nelson with the current fastest lap. Sire's wide, Sire's very wide for the hairpin, and that could be it. Nelson takes the lead of the race. Can Sire fight back? Is he going to the final corner? This could be crucial for the championship lead. 2 points separate these two. If Nelson can win this race, he'd take the championship lead for the first time in this season. Well, look at Sire, he's gaining. He's going to go up. No, he can't go up the inside. Just a switch back. Howling's back here. Howling, what are you doing? Sire's now in the slipstream. Can he gain on his teammate? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. He's gaining. But he can't outbrake him. He's just going to have his teammate runs wide, which he does, but not wide enough to allow a move to be made. You can see Nelson's just got that flip-flop section a lot better scouted than Sire at the moment. Can Nelson pull away? He had to take a victory this season, I think. Yeah, he's had 2 second places and a third. Oh, Sire's taking a lot of speed into there. He just messed up a little bit, and that might just be enough to allow Nelson to get away now. Nelson just needs to keep everything clean for a couple of laps and he should be safe. Meanwhile, for the battle for 3rd place, Finley's back on the tail of Adam. Adam's who's not raced for the past couple of races, makes his return and could be returning in fine style. Into turn 1. Finley he's there, just not in a range for overtaking. And Nelson's nearly got the 1 second gap over Sire. That would be enough to break the toe. To go into turn 4 or 5. I can't remember what they number the corners on this track. But Nelson's just got that change direction nicely sorted out on that Ducati. Meanwhile, for 5th place, VTR can't see Finley, but he's in a nice secure 5th place for now. He's got Josh just over 3 seconds behind. with Fadley 3.8 seconds behind as well. So far it's all good for VTR, who has currently got COVID, so hopefully he can get better soon. To the fact that he was also 3/10 off the pole position time, which is the best he's done all season, so quite ironic that he does that when he's the most ill. As we now go through the final sector, as Nelson seems to take the last chicane, not the chicane, hairpin a little bit tighter than he needed to. That's costing him a bit of time. As we start lap 7, we're already reaching the halfway point of this race. And the momentum is starting to swing back into Saya's favour. The gap's now dropped to 4/10. Saya's back in slipstream range and Howling's... I've no idea. What is going on? Where's Howling? What is going on? Well, I've no idea what's going on with Howling, but he's having an absolute stinker. Owen Nelson might be a little bit wide. No, it's alright, he's fine, I've over-exaggerated. And Saya goes onto the grass there. I thought he was down, but he's kept it together. But he's lost a lot of time from that mistake. That might be what Nelson needs. Oh, but he's gone on the curb. Something is just I feel like there's a bit of pressure both ways, and they're both trying to push to escape. Well, Nelson's trying to escape, and Saya's trying to cling on and reclaim the position. One side's a bit wide there again. And Nelson once again taking that tighter line. That forces him to go wide, and that just loses him a load of time. I think Nelson might want to... I mean, it definitely works for a defensive line, but he's leaving the mid-apex really wide open. And Saya could just probably hop in the inside there and take the lead. But we go into lap 8 now. It's surely a race between these two. They can crash and they can still be leading. So that's the kind of advantage they've got over everyone today. So go into the hairpin again. One of many hairpins. Nelson able to just get the bike set up a lot earlier than Saya. Into the braking zone. Both of them nailing it. I think at this point in the race they're quite even. They're just so evenly matched. And they just keep making small mistakes here and there, and it's just causing the gap to yo-yo. It's all similar to the Division 2 race earlier when with the two leaders. Oh, Saya just running wide there again. Gap raises back to 6/10. Oh, and Saya's wide. So he's starting to make a few more mistakes now. As he's pushing on to try and stay with his teammate. This is for the championship lead. Whoever wins between these two will take the championship lead from Cami. Into turn. And Saya's down! Saya touches the grass, he turns a bit too early and he is down. He should be fine, just about. Yep, he just remounts in front of Adam and Finley. That's pretty much given Nelson the win. Oh no! And Saya's gonna... Is he gonna give up his own... No, he's... yeah, he's giving up the position, so... He's penalising himself. He's just cut back on the apex there, not expecting to see Adam, and Adam has unfortunately gone into him, but he's given back Adam the place, so that is fine. He's penalised himself, and this could be big for the championship of Finley. His championship be right on board, as he's moved into second place. He's got 5 seconds to Adam. He's just going to keep it together, and the championship, he could be moving into second place. Maybe, or third. He'll probably move to third, because he'll pass Cammy. It won't be enough to pass Sire. I don't think. 6 points. Yeah, it won't be enough. So Nelson's probably relieved that he's finally he's in the position to get his first victory of the season. He's going to pray that nothing goes wrong in these final 4 laps, and he'll take his first victory of the season and reclaim the championship lead, which he hasn't taken since winning the championship last season. 10.2 seconds. Finley in second, Adam third, and Sire closing him down in fourth. So he'll be absolutely kicking himself for his mistake. Fadley and Josh are fighting, as it's a three-way battle for 5th place right now. Let's go up the inside into turn 1, but VTR holds the Ducati off. And Josh going up the inside of Fadley into turn 2 and 3. VTR takes the a very V-line shape, which is not what you usually see from a Yamaha. And now we go down the straight, and Fadley's surely going to soar past the Yamaha, but the Yamaha's got some legs on it for some reason around this place. As we go into the braking zone, and VTR holds on. Oh, but he's run a little bit wide. Fadley's up the inside, he forces him offline, and now that might screw him up. And Josh might be able to pass him. No, he's... Hold on, can he fight back against Fadley? Yes, he can. He goes up the inside, moves it back into 5th place. Maybe Josh can take advantage of these two fighting. Whoa. He's going back up the inside, now he's run wide. Josh is going to cut underneath. There, he holds off Josh. He's going to take that last top... He's going to take the last top 5 position into the hairpin. They go. Vito goes up the inside. That nearly went pear-shaped. Through the hairpins. Vito just holding off Josh. Vito can just nail these next 4 corners. He might be able to repass Fadley down the straight. Just about, because that Yamaha's got some acceleration on it compared to the Ducati. Oh, and he's gone wide. Adam is trying to pass. He's trying to pass Adam down the straight. I don't think that's going to be so easy, as VTR is trying to hold. Oh, Josh has got a long lap, so Josh is pretty much done for in this battle. VTR not able to get past Fadley, and he might struggle now because he's going to have to try and outbrake him, and from that far back it's not going to be possible, so VTR's going to have to find somewhere else to make the move on Fadley if he can stay with him. Sire moves back into 3rd place. I think that's the best he can hope for. As VTR and Josh collide together. VTR holding on. So Howling, who's now 4 laps down or 3 laps down, I don't know how many laps down. I don't even know how that's happened. Oh, Nelson's gone onto the grass and the gravel. That was a very odd thing that happened there. As we start the penultimate lap of the race, he has lost 2 seconds from that. That was very odd. He doesn't want to be doing that. Adam tried to retake the position from Sire, but Sire seems to be just a little bit too strong for him. Whoa, Josh tries to pass VTR on the brakes and completes it. They both outbroke themselves. Going grass tracking. Finley now 7.3 seconds, so Nelson's definitely taking it easy now, but taking absolutely no risks whatsoever. He's bringing this bike home in one piece. There's no reason to make any kind of stupid risk at this point when you got that big of a gap. We just want to relax too much, because that's when you can be a bit lackadaisical and end up falling. But it looks like for Finley it's going to be a second podium in a row, and moving inside the top 3 of the championship. So he's pushing on, hoping that Finley makes some kind of mistake and he can take the first Pramac 1-2 of the season. Into turn 1 for the final time. Bradley's pretty much got the top 5 covered. So into the heavy braking zone for the final time for Nelson. Ty's closing Finley down fast, but I think Finley might be just taking it easy himself, not wanting to do any stupid risks. So it's been a pretty much perfect race for Nelson. He struggled to get past what was these two top 5? No! Oh god, that's not going to end well. That'll have to be reviewed after the race. So Nelson, he was sat behind Saya trying to make his way through. Saya messed up. He finally let Nelson through, and he was able to just manage the gap, and Saya made a mistake. And now Nelson goes around the final corner. Hamlin crashes for the 10 millionth time, and Nelson crosses the line to take his first win of the season and takes the championship lead. With 4 rounds to go, Finley crosses the line to take second and third in the championship. He's not far from the lead now. Saya is third and takes second in the championship. Adam is 4th. Fadley will finish 5th. Josh in a very sketchy 6th. And PTR will take 7th.
What's up? Congrats, man.
So Nelson is the winner, Finley 2nd, Saya 3rd, Adam 4th, Fadley 5th, Josh 6th, and VTR in 7th with Howling in 8th.
Before we go to see the celebrations on the podium, let's take a look at the final results in the MotoGP class.
Right, so we will get on with the interviews. So, Saya, you got pole position. You led the race from early on. You had Nelson pressuring you all the time. You made one mistake. Nelson got through, and you were pushing to try and stay with him. Then I think you pushed a little bit too much, crashed at turn 1, and then unfortunately collided with Adam. But you let Adam back through. Then you took him and managed to finish on the podium in 3rd. So not the perfect race, but how was it for you?
To be honest, I had a hole in plan. My pace is fast here at Finland, but the problem was my tire. Today Michelin didn't do well, so they give me a very bad tire. In technical wise speaking, the milestone bug, somehow my tire turned red on certain corners. My qualifying when I crashed, the bike didn't move, so I need to change the tire in the pit so that I will have a good tire setup. But it is what it is. I thought I could really manage the race. I tried to keep up with Emerson. He always get me in the corner because I don't have the age grip. But either way, he's got one for the team, and we have 1-3 for Tarmac in the podium. It's good for the championship, but I will give a good fight next race. Congrats to Milson and Finley for the podium. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. So we move on to Finley. So Finley, it's sort of kind of deja vu to last week. You sort of just ploughed along, did what you did, and then you magically ended up in second place. What was it like just seeing the corners just unfold in front of you and just having to stay on the road and bring it home in second, and now you're third in the championship?
Oh, I'm delighted after this race. It was coming into it after quali. I was only 5 tenths off in quali, but it was pretty. I didn't have the right feeling in the like the colder conditions. The bike didn't feel as good as in the hot conditions. So before the race, I had to sit there and think about what I could do. But I didn't change anything because I just realised maybe it's just the different conditions. So yeah, it was a difficult race. I was sat behind Howland and Adam for a few laps. I'm unfortunate what happened to Howland. But it was really hard to get past Adam because he was constantly putting on. Every time I closed that gap down to about 5 tenths, it kept going up and up, and then back down. So it was really hard to do that. Unfortunately, him and Sai came together. Then I just had to ride as cautious as I possibly could, just to make sure I didn't get another warning. As on 4 warnings with like 3 laps, so really cautious riding. But happy to be on the podium. Well done to Nelson and Saya for the podium today, and delighted to be here.
Yeah, so well done.
Thank you.
And we'll go to the winner. And the winner is Nelson. Finally, it's taken 6 races for you to finally win. And it wasn't easy at the start trying to pass your teammate and then having your teammate pressuring you the entire time. But then as soon as you went down, it seemed to be easier then, apart from when you had an off-track excursion at the final corner, which seemed to bet that was a bit scary. You brought it home and now you're back in the championship lead. How was it?
Oh yeah, this race was actually very fun. Saya really put up a fight, but as he said, he didn't have the edge grip, so I really noticed he was lacking some corner speed. So in some areas I tried to just nail the apexes where I can just stay with him and counter on any mistakes he does. But the difficult part of this track is he makes a mistake and you're trying to go, but he can recover from it easily than other tracks. So it was a bit of a scaffold and a bit of a good battle to get in front. And whenever I got in front and got the information he crashed, it was a big relief off my shoulders because he was putting the pressure on me. I was really tense, but after that I was very relaxed and I kept my race going. I was still like pushing, but not too risky. But I reached the stage where I was like, okay, let's stay here, and I caught back up with Howling, and yeah, next thing I know, I see Howling lagging up and down the straight. So I was a bit scared because that's the reason I went off track as well. I saw his body come in my screen, so I set up my bike and I went off into the gravel. So it was a bit of a moment there, and I let him go past and give me some space between him and I before I crashed in the last lap or something. It would have been dramatic, but yeah, I'm very happy to win after 6 races, and I will definitely try to keep up and continue this form.
Yeah, so well done. So I don't know how close it is between you guys now. I think it's trying to work out in my head. 4 points between you and Saya. So
Close.
Finley's not too far as well. So it's quite, and Cammy will still be there. So start at the top, and we'll see who can win the championship at the end of the final 4 rounds. But that's been it for this week, and we'll be back next week for Laguna Seca, so that should be very interesting. I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.